the congregation. You are now here on a Wednesday with Easy, the tech preacher. Truth to be told.
It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, hey, tell me, are you ready? It's Wednesday, tell me, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's easy, yep, tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher, yes indeed it's easy. Yep, the tech preacher. All the real wired ones, where you at? 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 All the real wired ones, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Wired Wednesday, baby. Oh, yeah. So we live.
We live.
What
What up, y'all? What's up,
How y'all
everybody?
doing today, man?
Hello.
Man. I'm having a great day, man.
Great day. Okay.
Yeah, man. Having some good tech toys, man, and just having
every week for you, sir.
man, And I got my joy juice with me today, man. We gonna have some.
That's every day for you.
You got
again,
your
sir.
juice? Oh yeah.
I want to know what
ain't
has
nothing new.
changed over a week.
Well,
That ain't nothing new, sir.
One thing about having a joy juice, having joy juice is one thing, but enjoying the joy juice is always something good.
Hey,
Like
you gotta enjoy
when you
that
enjoy
juice.
the joy juice, it makes it a good day, right? I mean, it's February going into March. We already about 3 months into the year. And stuff like that. I think I named this the title of the stream is the best smartphone of mid 2024.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if you knew it was still February.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
it's
not
the second
mid,
month, you know
but it should be
You should
first
maybe
quarter.
you should change it and say
I changed it later.
just changing the put
First
2 months.
quarter, first
2 months
3
in.
months
How
of-
about that? Two months in.
2 months in. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and change because I'm thinking, we can have a discussion about smartphones and everything
Even
else.
Farhan getting on you.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we can, yeah.
What
Hey,
up,
look,
Trent?
quarter one.
Probably in the middle of the stream, I might change it midstream. So
Are you gonna change it midstream? Okay.
Can you change the name midstream?
I don't know if you can change it midstream.
You can do what you want to do.
I never tried it.
You ever tried it? Okay. Well, I was rushing, and I decided to name it that, and I don't know. I mean, but we know how we do it on Wednesdays. Since we've been doing this for years, it's hard to come up with a subject every week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you coming up
That's
with a
why I
subject.
just keep it the same thing.
You just put numbers, right, LaShawn?
Yeah,
Just
I
number
just
them.
put numbers, Open my
Don't
night
complicate it,
number
right?
260.
Stream number.
Yeah, don't complicate it, bro.
Right.
Bruh, it's like, I'm sitting up there thinking about a title, and I'm like, I've been streaming for like 6 years, man. I mean, God, hundreds of streams, man. You try to come up with a different title every week, to try to trigger the algorithm a little bit. But fuck it, man. I guess. Right?
You should have named
on a
it
live stream.
Enjoying the
fuck
Joy
it.
Juice. The joy of
Yeah.
the juice.
Hey, man, but
Both of y'all drink that trash, so it can't be that much.
hey,
joy.
man, hold on, man. No, you out rude, man, because 2-1, bro. 2-1, right?
Because you both have fucked up palates, that's my fault.
Hey.
He's in the international dateline. What's your excuse? You down there in a place where you know you can get good liquor. I don't understand it. I'm confused.
I was
Really, nigga?
I'm just drinking water tonight.
Hey,
No
no,
juice,
water.
just
Yeah.
water. Just water tonight.
water.
Okay.
Water's good. Water's good for you. Water's good for you.
Water.
Hey. What? Hey, water.
Come on, man.
I got some water there.
Yeah, look, Trent said I've been streaming for a decade, man. Yeah, bro, I have, bro.
You stupid.
Damn, a
I've been
decade. You got 10 years,
streaming,
10 years strong in this bitch.
I started YouTube in 2015. I think I started streaming in like 2017, maybe. And
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
Almost
I've been
there.
streaming since at least 2017. But see what I did
2017,
was I got in my feelings. I actually unlisted at least 100 streams. I don't know. I was pissed off one day, and
What up,
I'm
HV?
looking at some of the streams. I got like 2 views,
HV, what
1
up?
view on it,
Ah,
and I'm like, fuck these streams, man. Let me
You
unlist all
stupid.
these
You
streams, man.
stupid.
It looks stupid, man. And then I realized my channel trash anyway, so I should go on and let
Stop
it
it,
sit
sir.
on there. You know what I'm saying? A
Stop
lot of
it,
people.
sir.
You know,
Speak for yourself, man. I don't go on trash streams. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell him, sir.
No, man, I just don't. We know about some
What
trash
up,
streams.
RJ?
This ain't one of them.
I mean, but as I didn't reach almost
What's up, RJ?
3,000 videos, I just feel when I go back and I look at my videos, because I do a lot of oldie but goodie videos. I mean, I go back and I react to
I
them.
saw that
Yeah,
trash.
hey,
Now, that was
hey,
trash.
hey. Sir, Eric,
You got a
come
different
on,
take.
sir.
You got a different take
Come
on
on,
all the
sir.
good.
That
Eric,
blue
come
phone,
on.
that shit, that trash, and then you had the nerve to try and
blue
compare it
shit?
to 1 + 12. Come on, son.
No, I mean, I didn't compare it. I just put a couple of photos side by side. Look,
Yeah, it just
That's
came
a
off. Wrong.
comparison.
it came.
It
It wasn't. It wasn't
Trash.
meant to come off like that. It was just
Trash.
showing old versus a new. 2 photos, no big deal with daytime.
Eric.
So I mean, a lot of stuff looked good at daytime.
Eric,
If I was
listen to
shot
me.
it at night,
Yeah,
it would look bad.
Eric, you with me?
That
You with me?
didn't-
You with me, E? You with
Yeah.
me for a second? I want to show you something.
Oh,
That looked nice.
No. I need you to
Make
look.
it big.
I need you to look really close at
make
what
him
this is.
big.
Yeah, make them
That's
big.
it.
Remember this?
Like the yeah, I know what that is.
This is the TCL 20.
That's a TCL 20.
5G. Okay. I pulled it out because of you. I pulled it out. Pulled it out. So I said, let's do trash for trash. Okay. So the thing never got updated. It was supposed to get updated to at least Android 13. It's got 12 on a March 2023 security update.
Come on now, dog.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
Not bad, but still trashy to me.
Yeah.
But the phone isn't bad. But that shit that
Stop
you
the
put up,
cap.
sir, that shut up, John. That shit with the blue phone.
That's
I
old
should
and
put a
good
SIM in this thing
video,
because
bro. Like,
I had it on AT&T. I had it on AT&T.
but,
AT&T wouldn't get 5G. I put it in my T-Mobile SIM. It gets 5G.
but the concept
Could
of the
I-
oldie but goodie videos is this oldie but goodie, no big deal. I mean,
Yeah, I guess people have a different.
No.
Most people think of like oldie but goodies. Like, hey, we're going to talk about the Moto X. This started the Motor Maker
Right.
series.
Oh,
You get the wood grain,
You're
all
the
that
trash
stuff.
of the
We're thinking of the
trash, sir.
HTC
What's up,
M8.
Chris?
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the
Like that's
M8,
like
you
oldie
right.
but goodies. Like stuff that you go back and you're like, oh my god, man, I remember that phone. Man, that thing was the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, I
You go
got
to the
a video
lowest
coming
form
out for the
of,
M8. I got and
Hey, that's- that-
2016,
I can't wait to see that.
2017. You know what I'm saying?
Eric.
This phone came out 2016.
That's what you said.
2016, right. 2016. And the
My
M7
issue-
and M8 came out in 2015, 2016, 2017.
Sir.
So that'd be considered older but goodie, right?
Sir.
No.
No.
I think you're missing what we're saying.
I
Most people
don't-
think of, like if Michael
yeah.
Fisher does like an
That
oldie
phone
but
wasn't
goodie,
good.
like it's gonna be something like the
house, you
BlackBerry,
oughta be
like
ashamed
the
of
best version of the BlackBerry.
Yes.
The best Windows
Yes.
phone, like the 95
What's up,
950
Shay?
XL.
What's up, Shay?
You see what I'm
Big
saying?
house. What's
yeah,
up?
I just look at that. I have 230
I know,
phones.
yeah. You look
And
at it a
so
little
I'm just-
different.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
going
get it.
back
We
and,
get it.
You know, I'm just
My-
going
get
back.
it.
You're just making my point for me, sir. You have 200 phones plus, but you find scraping the bottom of the shit barrel.
But that's what
Pull
I've
out
been
that
doing.
motherfucker?
But that's what I've been doing.
He
for
said that's
You
what
ain't
he's
never
been
went
doing.
that
you
low,
got
Eric.
older phones in that. Eric, don't
You
do
went
that.
to the bottom of the barrel.
Ripping the
You
bottom
scraped
of
the
the
shit barrel.
barrel.
and
You
tried
put
to
it
set
at the
shit
bottom
at
of the barrel.
bottom of the barrel.
Wait,
That's
but
what you
wait,
did.
I did an older but goodie video with a phone worse than this. This
What
was
one?
a phone. I can't remember. It was a pink phone. I got to go back and look at it.
You
But
don't
I
have to
think
do that, man. Just a little.
I mean, it's
No,
advice.
sir.
Don't waste your time with that shit. Get some good oldie but goodies, not that trash.
I mean that's the
Hey,
point,
man.
right? There's
The
a
blue
point
was the
of-
blue is an
Don't you
oldie,
dare.
but it wasn't good.
Dare.
But
What
the
a L
point-
boogie.
The on 5. Don't you dare diss the on 5. Sir.
At least
L
was a fucking
On 5
Samsung.
is in the.
point.
Happy
The
birthday, LB.
Happy
What up,
Oh,
LB?
it's your birthday.
Hey, did you get my
Happy
voicemail?
birthday.
Did you get my voicemail?
Mm-hmm.
You sent me a voicemail?
Yeah, I sent you a voicemail. I knew you were busy today.
He sang happy birthday to you.
Nah, I ain't saying.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe style.
Ew, Paul.
Ew, JoJo, man.
Hey, man.
Mr. Popcorn.
You stupid. Stop it.
Hey, man,
I haven't
you
even,
posted that you was like you posted like you was you made like 36 or something. What you
No,
post?
he ain't
on
that.
your page?
You know, come on.
Nah, he posted 49, sir.
All right.
He posted 49. He said, "Ain't no capping around here, sir."
It's 40.
You still ain't hit 50 yet, boy. You still young. Don't do
You
that.
look good though, LB. You got
Yeah,
the fresh
man,
fade,
you know.
fresh. You know, you looking good, sir.
So
You're a little too fertile, so I don't want your prostate.
Mm.
And it might
I don't want that
reverse
motherfucker.
something he
Yo,
already
you
has.
used to pop out kids. I can't fool with you.
Hey, I'm done with the kids, son. I'm done. Trust me.
Good for you, buddy.
man,
So what
I
the
mean,
kids
you know,
do for you though, sir?
Huh?
What the kids do for you?
What do you mean? What I did for them? I'm.
Your birthday.
Gave
I
him
figured
life.
they'll hook daddy up at
Hey,
least
you
for
know,
something.
you know how it is with kids, man. They're not gonna do nothing for you. You gotta do something for them, man.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Look, I got phone calls from the oldest three. You know, they all off in college, so
Right.
What
I
up,
got my
man?
phone calls. That was good enough for me. I didn't have to go to a basketball game or nothing like that today, so I'm good.
Hey.
You know what's so funny? For birthdays and Father's Day, we the ones that got to do the work, right? We got the barbecue for ourselves. We got to cut the grass. You know what I'm
Here
saying?
we go.
We got to do
Yeah, he's about to ask for another
Father's Day
gift.
is a waste of
You
time.
know that gift is coming.
You know that was a waste of time. I don't even know. They should just do away with it because we don't get nothing anyway out the deal.
Right.
You working harder on Father's Day, but I got to break my neck for Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Fuck out.
yeah.
I make my daughter do it now. I said, she ain't my fucking mama. I got to go find my mother. She's not my mother. So I tell my daughter, get it cracking. You going to get me anything for Mother's Day? Fuck no. Get your daughter to do it. I got to go see my mama.
My mama.
That's right.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, damn right.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, look,
No.
we every year, you know, the women always remind us guys, hey, you know, Mother's Day coming up in May.
Always.
You know,
Hey,
they
man,
always
the commercials start in middle
You do
April.
that, JoJo?
In middle April, they start.
Who am I going to tell that to? My son. Hey, remember it's Mother's Day.
You're
right.
Between 9 Mother's Day, somebody might sweep you off your feet. You know, I mean, they gotta,
Look,
you know.
Sorry, big house, man. I just tell a story.
Poor JoJo got to listen to all the men rant now.
Yeah,
It was the same thing for Father's Day. I had to sit here and answer for every woman in the world.
No, well, listen now.
Why Easy has to barbecue on Father's Day? It's like, I don't know. This is something you need to discuss with your wife.
Yeah, but you're right. But all I heard was, here we go. And I was like, oh, now it's time to get it in. Oh,
Hey, Sean, and here's the thing is you really don't want to receive anything big on your birthday or Father's Day because you're wondering what the catch-22 is.
Right,
absolutely.
you gotta get something really bigger on Mother's Day, right?
Well, here's my problem. What's Father's Day on the 18th, right? My birthday is May 31st, so I get fucked out the deal.
Oh.
Hey, Sean,
Hey,
don't
we
feel
already got
bad.
a birthday pin.
My birthday is May
Right.
9th. My birthday the day before Mother's Day.
Jesus, you get nothing.
Yeah, my birthday is the
shit.
same
You get
weekend
nothing.
of Mother's Day. So you know, I'm double hit. I mean, that means I got to
Shit.
work on my birthday and work on Mother's Day.
Y'all think y'all something. My brother really getting fucked because his birthday is the day after Christmas, so he don't get nothing.
You said the day after
You
Christmas.
know, the day after. His
Hey,
Christmas
buddy,
presents
I
is
think
his
you
birthday
better-
presents.
Hey, buddy, I think you better hold back on opening a couple of those gifts.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Don't open them all.
Hey,
All them all. Hey, that's for your birthday, homie.
Right.
like this is for Christmas and this is for your
This is for
birthday.
your birthday.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, man, I mean, us men used to it. Like, I mean, we used to, here come Father's Day. You see everything, like you see the Best Buy commercials. Hey, Father's Day is coming up. We got these 55-inch TVs on sale. But, you know, they still be sitting on the shelf come Father's Day.
Look, they don't even
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
Trent.
anymore. They don't even do that anymore.
What's up,
Yeah, I
Lloyd?
know.
Because
Reggie?
there ain't no point in doing it.
There's no point. You know.
Hey, Best Buy should just for that one day of the year they should sell socks, ties, and cologne.
Yeah, and
underwear.
you forgot the tools, right? Maybe some electric tools or some maybe some type of barbecue grill electronics or something.
Right.
Maybe
No weed eaters, no backpack blowers, no edges.
Right.
I don't need none of that shit.
No chainsaws neither.
No chainsaws
neither. You may cut something.
You might cut something. You might lose a leg. You may lose a couple of fingers.
A couple of fingers, but they were saved. You go to the hospital and they get
Right.
saved.
Oh my God.
You get what I'm going there, JoJo.
Well, I mean, look, it goes
No, I
to
ain't
show you
shit.
that not just one guy, but a large percentage of men say the same thing. Like percentage of men would say the same thing. They can relate to the conversation because most men go through the same crap every year. Yeah, Mother's Day got to be big because if not, then you're on the couch. Then come Father's Day, we don't get nothing like maybe a kiss on the cheek and say Happy Father's Day. But why don't you put some steaks and chicken on the grill and you know?
I'll just say the first. I can't speak for other men, but men on this panel with the tech toys they got, we ain't complaining. We have no complaints whatsoever.
Well, I'm hearing complaints left and right, Barry. I don't know. You're not complaining, but I'm hearing complaints all over.
My man is speaking into a warm audio microphone with a Sennheiser 416 backing him up.
16.
Hey, this is a reason that I show no remorse when I buy something for myself.
Exactly.
You better not say a word. You know something? That's a great point, LB.
That's a great point, LB.
That's a great point because
we don't tell. Hey,
you know,
LB, stop talking right now. Sean, you get it, but you just giving Easy another day that he can go out.
Another day. They right.
Yeah. I look at us guys. We
hey, look at Sean. Speaking
what
of
you got there,
myself,
sir?
What you got there, sir?
You got new toys.
Oh, what'd you get?
Oh, cigars.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
The Ocho? The Ochos?
No, that's trash.
Yeah, damn, son. It's trash. Damn, son.
You got a lot of smoking to do.
Where are those from?
I ain't done.
Are those from Nicaragua?
Yes, ma'am. To answer your question, yes. I told you Dominicans taste like dirt. Sorry.
Hey, Nicaragua. Okay.
Jeez.
You got
jeez.
Dominicans.
That's a shot, Juju. That's a shot.
Wow.
Jeez.
I'm not offended or anything, you know.
Listen, look, the Davidoff are good. They're Nicaraguans. I like those. But hey. But I've had some Dominicans. There
you go, man. You got to.
So Easy. I guess you have an early entry into the quarter best phone of the year or something like that.
Oh,
yes. I would say that to me, OnePlus has knocked it out the park right now.
Wow.
To me, right now, OnePlus. I got a comment. I want to answer this comment, right? I got a comment on my YouTube channel on a OnePlus video that I made, and I talked about how OnePlus is give you everything in the kitchen sink, the highest specs and stuff like this. So somebody hit me in the comments and say, "Oh, it's not a OnePlus 12 Pro, so it's not a Pro device. It's underneath any other Pro devices that's out there." Somebody comment was, right?
That comment does not deserve a response.
Yeah, it does not. I wouldn't give it a response, sir.
Yeah.
But I say thank you. I say thanks for watching. I was going to respond.
He'll put the thanks for watching. Yeah.
I said thanks for watching, but I was going to respond. But that I'm gonna tell you why that brings up a thought, because here's the thing: people are now have this narrative that if something is not called Pro, then it's not a flagship.
Yeah, but they don't know tech, so those
I know that, but that's a narrative that a lot of people are now saying. Well, I can't wait for OnePlus to come out with the OnePlus 12 Pro, because that was the comment. And I'm saying, well, what you mean? Like, what else OnePlus could do with this device? I mean, what else they can do with it? I mean, they beating Samsung in specs. they beating a lot of. I mean, everything right now in the United States, obviously, right? But I mean, overseas is different.
This is a TCL 20 Pro. Is this hot? Was this hot back in the day? 20 Pro. It says 20 Pro.
Yeah.
20 TCL 20 Pro. So does this make it better because it says Pro on it?
Never. You know who calls that Pro thing? Apple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apple.
Yes.
If the iPhone Pro.
No.
It just brings up a different narrative. Like, why would anybody even believe or think that since a device name is not Pro? Okay, so we can say, well, Samsung, the Galaxy S21, 22, and 23 is not a Note because it's not called a Note. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could put that in the same. Okay, so you could even say this, that the Samsung device is not a Pro device because they don't name it Pro. They call it Ultra. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading the comment and I'm trying to digest.
Yeah, you can't digest. A lot of it is just straight pure hatred.
I wouldn't even try to digest it. That's like not worth my time. That's like me staying at a Holiday Inn Express last night and waking up and trying to do surgery. It's like I'm a doctor now. It's Dr. LeBaron Burton. Just because.
Well, it was sort of like on one of his OnePlus videos. I got there. I think it was like the 5th comment, so I could see all the comments. So I saw this one dude that his whole focus is sort of like when you go to the OnePlus streams. There's people that just come in to dog OnePlus, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So his whole thing was, oh well, yeah, just don't have it break because then it's going to take all this time. Blah, blah, blah. You know. Right. After he'd done this great video, what this could do. So I'm like, hey, whatever. I write my little comment. I would say a couple hours go by. Notification. Yeah. He comes, writes the same comment. I'm sorry, all right, let me eviscerate this dude.
Right, I see that.
Like you could you could have. I didn't bother your comment, but I'm about to destroy you. I've got so many OnePlus and Oppo devices. It's not even funny, and don't have a problem. Plus, I know creators that literally drop their OnePlus open. It was their fault. They sent it back to OnePlus, and it's like, here you go. Here's your repaired OnePlus open with the quick.
Always have. I always
what up, Latrell?
If it's not Samsung and Apple, people come up with the dumbest comments of why people shouldn't buy XYZ device. Right? You shouldn't buy OnePlus because it's a Chinese brand. They don't do this. They don't do that, and they got horrible customer service. If you try to return it for repair, you can't get a hold of nobody.
Is Samsung a Korean brand or is it a U.S. brand?
All right, speak, baby, speak. Because I don't know, no devices is made in the United States besides, isn't that one company that's, God,
I know you're about to say, I know you just did an oldie but goodie video on them.
Yeah, but I thought it was another, I thought it was another company that was made in the United States. Maybe Blue was. I don't know. I thought it was another company.
Yeah, it's Blue. Out of Miami.
Out of Miami. Okay.
Well, technically, ain't none
305?
of them made.
Correct. Yeah. None of them are made in the U.S., but that's a U.S. company.
Right. Shout out to Septon. Appreciate you, bro, for the $5 holla. But I mean, I hear this narrative of don't buy Chinese phones. And I always want to comment back, say that name a device that's made in the United States. I just want to, because I don't know any manufacturers in the United States. I don't know any. Most of the devices get manufactured out the United States.
Motorola ones
in China, or it's gonna be in different countries or whatever. So I mean, I think people just don't know. You're right, Barry. They just don't know tech. They hear it from uneducated tech reviewers that say shit on lives and say shit in their videos.
Correct.
So they follow that narrative. And
the only company that was
making
in the US,
you caught that, man.
Motorola.
Yeah, I thought I heard that too. China. I thought I heard that too. I was like,
you actually did a Trump and said China.
China.
Now when you go release those AliExpress gold shoes that are $18 to $30 for $400.
$400.
Then we got to go into business together.
Hey, listen, I I've heard somebody say that the shoes hasn't even been produced yet. It's like they only have like a few shoes that's been produced. All the rest of them is like pending. They're making them for orders. That's like so the shoes ain't even made yet.
Oh,
yeah. You can go out and buy you some Trump
man, those
Force Ones.
shoes are ridiculous.
You don't have too much stuff on your hands, so
them Trump Force
make
Ones.
them as their order.
Trump Force Ones. I mean, I
Go
would
ahead.
The flag.
Never.
You got the flag on.
I wouldn't.
On the sole it says MAGA.
Oh my God! Oh.
I don't know. I'm just.
He's just
I'm
saying
that.
I mean,
gotta pay those legal fees somehow, I guess.
Somebody got to
You
pay.
ain't heard about that, man? They got some MAGA shoes.
Oh
man, I thought I dropped it.
Yeah, they got the Trump Force Ones, sir.
Just go. Actually, I'll drop it
What's
here.
up?
Hold on.
What's up, AJ Dub?
Tish James said she won't have 350 million. Oh, I'm gonna take Trump Plaza.
Tish ain't playing.
Tish ain't playing. She already filed the paperwork.
I dropped it in there.
Right, let me see.
I put it in the main chat.
The Escobar shoes.
Great trash.
It's in Escobar.
Urban Fire.
Hey, Herb, you gonna get you a pair? Since it's only gonna be 1,000, man, you think they're gonna be worth something?
That's hilarious.
No, I'm just because Herb said that shit, so I'm just figuring maybe he thinks they're gonna be worth something.
Did somebody paid $9,000 for a signature? Those shoes, man.
Herb gonna get the Air Murrays. He gonna get the Air Murrays.
What you don't get is this is a slick way of him getting campaign money.
Yeah, to pay to fund his thing.
Ain't enough people gonna buy these shoes to fill that bill. The way it sits right now, it's about $600 million, sir. And that's not gonna fill the coffin.
You'd be surprised at what these folks will do, Sean.
Not $600 million worth.
I mean,
LB.
he thinks the word indictment starts with an N, so.
You like that flag? You like that
N-word, huh? You caught that? The N-word? Yeah, you caught that.
Yeah, when he
I didn't even know what it means.
Yeah, indictment. Wasn't even familiar with the N-word.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the N-word. Man can't even spell.
We weren't talking about the N-word. We were talking about indictment.
Right. Yo, racist ass.
Latrell, you know something? You say some crazy shit at times. Nobody's gonna buy that trash for $400, and if you spend your $400 on it for a pair of shoes that probably cost $4 to make, go ahead, man. They ain't gonna be worth fucking shit because ain't nobody gonna wear that trash except the hillbillies.
The MAGA niggas
except the hillbillies. Sorry.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, why those shoes? Like he couldn't been like, hey Marquez, can I just put my name on your shoes? Michael Jordan? Can I put why those shoes?
He got the flag on the back of them.
You know they gotta be gold.
That's right. Yep. Gold, yeah.
I know what a Trump supporter is, sir. Do you know where I
live?
Warm
audio shoes.
You're out there in the Midwest in the flyover states.
Sir, I'm down
here where these folks live.
Man.
I'm straight in one of those places. Are you serious right now, bro? I don't know.
JoJo is on one tonight.
I know what Trump supporters look like, sir. I've been here long enough.
The warm audio.
Listen to me.
God damn, you're stupid.
He's singing,
that's hilarious,
he's singing
Sam.
the greatest hits of hillbillies, but they don't have enough to get him out of this $600 million debt. I digress. When he's singing the hillbillies' greatest hits,
he's a great salesman, so he just got to put it up and over.
Ain't nobody gonna pay that $600 million. So just get ready to get some of your shit took, because my girl Tish is about to get your ass. Okay, so
they're all going to march with them all.
They got 9,000 pair that are out. Didn't you see Big House do the math, sir? Still not enough. 600 million. I need you to count, sir.
Well, they only had
Mr. Lopez. You beat me to it. $87,000 of interest every day until he pays. He's got 30 days. So what are you talking about? He ain't that rich.
$87,000.
$87,000 of interest every day until this clown pays.
Hey, what up, Doodle?
It's at 600 million right now.
Doodle in the building?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Hey, Doodle.
Last couple days.
Easy picked the OnePlus 12 as the best phone so far this year. Before you start
talking, Latrell, you need to pay attention, sir. I'm going to see if I can send this out, and this is per the New York Times, sir. You stand by.
He's still.
I really need you to pay attention.
100 mil.
This dude here, boy. Right. The young guys, get off TikTok and watch some news, sir.
Oh man, that's where all the news come from.
Yeah. Because all the truth comes out of TikTok. Fuck out of here.
Twitter and TikTok.
Find a news source, sir. I'm not telling you what news to watch. Find a news source.
TikTok and Twitter, man. That's
if he's gonna sell a hotel, let it be the Doral in Miami. Please let it be that one.
Scoop is paying for
from to get rid of that gold bullshit out there in Vegas.
Hey, LB, I tell you this, man. I was kind of watching. I was on Threads all day today, and it's so good to be on Threads. I mean, the post was positive.
It is nice.
Everybody,
it's very toxic on Twitter.
Nice. You're right.
The post is positive. But I go to Twitter. It's nightmare city on Twitter, man. It's horrible. It's like night and day, man, between Threads and Twitter. Oh. It is horrible on Twitter.
Someone's getting attacked at all times.
At all times.
I know.
All the time.
You can't post nothing on Twitter without you get these bozo clowns just attacking you for no reason.
Just because they can, sir. Because they're sitting in the basement.
That's cool on Twitter, man.
Twitter ninjas.
Hey, I'm in the basement, man.
I'm in the basement right now too, sir.
So
you don't see me.
I was responding. I was
with
joking.
A bag of Cheetos, sir.
Me and Grounded Tech will do like these little jokes. It's just it's jokes. So like if you see it, if you compare it to what everybody's talking about, we're just joking. We're not taking it serious. So he put something, and I say something afterwards, right? So we were just laughing, right? Dude comes in. I'm never on Twitter. Dude comes in after, and he's like, and I think I told LaShawn about this. He's like, "Oh, you talked about the OnePlus," and he goes, 4,000 nuts, and then he starts saying stuff, right? But he meant to say nits. Oh. So I put a picture because I was like, I don't know who you think you're messing with. I do this. So I put a picture of Damon Dash going pause, and then dude pulled down his comment. But I'm just like, why is it got to be so combative? Like, I'm like, if you don't like what me and Dan are talking about, you don't have to respond to it. We didn't at you.
It's so bad on Twitter. It's so bad on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I try to listen to what's the name, streams in the morning on Twitter, and I go up and down Twitter.
Oh, you're talking about Viper.
Yeah, so I listen to Viper.
But those are generally positive. I'm just talking about like the interaction outside of it. I'm not talking about like spaces.
I know, but everything else where you scrolling up and down Twitter, it's just bad all the way down. Like people fighting and drama, and you see people post this, a lot of misinformation too. I mean, you see a lot of people lying. You got all these, Elon Musk can't even keep up with the misinformation because they always tag somebody that's posting bullshit, right? And it'll tag it and say, "Hey, Lo, that is false." Bullshit? Yeah, that's bullshit, right? But he can't catch everything because everything that people be posting is all lies. Like they're like, damn, they post that, and then all of a sudden you go back and you see that it's been flagged. Like, man, why don't Elon just delete these accounts? Like, just go it on.
Oh, but I think if it works in his favor, he's good. He's good.
I know, but dang, it's just.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get the engagement on Threads that I do on.
Oh yeah, I know you don't. I know you don't. Yeah,
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with not getting a lot of engagement. I mean, I don't have a blue check, so it don't matter to me none. But if I have to post something on Twitter and I know I'm gonna get 100 clowns that's gonna hit my comments, I'd rather post it on Threads. And if I get 2 comments on Threads, I'm fine.
Correct.
I'm cool with that. Like I'm cool with because I'd rather have 2 people, commenting on a post versus 100 clowns that I got to delete.
Well, I mean, I guess my view of it is because I'm only on social media, honestly, for the engagement because I'm monetizing whatever happens. So if I get some moron, if I get some moron that starts engagement on one of my posts, they ain't doing nothing but doing me a favor.
I know, but it just but I know what people doing. I understand. the engagement is money, right? You know, the way it's monetized. So I understand it. But
well, no, I'm not even talking about the Twitter monetization. I mean, what you get $5 here, $10 here,
yeah,
$17 here.
People
I'm
do
not
it.
talking about that.
Money,
I'm talking about
what up, Blackjack?
He's talking about exposure for his brand. That's what he's talking
about. Exposure for my brand. So
yours is
like,
different.
Yeah, if I get some knucklehead that and that's why I go back and forth with any and everybody that if you're willing to go back and forth, I'm gonna go back and forth with you as long as you can, because every single time you do this, you're actually just putting me in front of other people. And so for me, hey, it does its part, you know.
Yeah. I guess that's something different. But I'm talking about people that's doing it because they're trying to get paid. Like, you know, I understand. Since it's
well, that don't make sense because you ain't making money on Twitter. Like, you literally not making money on Twitter.
Mm-mm.
Like, you can be one of the largest creators out there, and you be hard pressed to break $1,000 on
Jerry
Twitter.
Rick posted about it. He's barely making anything.
He barely making anything.
And he's got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, when Mr. Beast made that $250,000 off that video, that's because they concentrated ads to that video.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Which that's not going to happen for everybody that posts a video.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Mr. Beast video, so they concentrated ads to that video, and he got paid out that much money.
It was boosted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I think people don't. I guess some people just don't realize that because I mean, God, it's a cesspool.
But
you know,
I mean, for me, so here's my thing with Twitter. For me, Twitter is a representation of America because this is
absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. That's how people
so
react. It's exposed. It does expose a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's why I don't really. It doesn't affect me because that's just America personified, really, honestly, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then you see some of the Twitter followers that jump into threads and they say, "Oh, why is this so boring?
There's your answer,
so
Latrell.
quiet?" So, like,
it is going up every day. It's going up every day. About
here's your answer, Latrell. You want to know how it did it? Here it is. Starts all that. The 83 million was E. Jean Carroll. He's got lawyers, the defamation loss, the fraud loss he just lost, and then the fraud interest there at the bottom. Now that comes from, as you see your source. This is not me. It's not me. It's from the New York Times and the AP News. Find a better way to get some information except TikTok, sir.
But see, here's the thing. I read this, and this is stupid, right? And you know, they trying to say, well, the truckers are not going to deliver in New York. And I'm saying to myself, shit, there's money to be made in New York. I promise you, the truckers dropping loads and going get loads in New York. I promise you that.
Pause.
Oh, but the load board, you know, I'm on the load board. Say, you know, we call them loads, sir.
I understand what a load board is, but in this context right now, you get the pause.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Well, obviously, you didn't know it, Latrell.
Swallowing.
Yeah, no clue what nobody was talking about. Wait a minute. How did he get to that point? I just showed you. So obviously, you don't get your news from a regular news source. So I'm not saying something just to fuck with you. I'm just saying I'm just answering your question.
Hey man, you know Latrell a little young, man. You know he gets in his feelings a little faster, man. Latrell, it's all good, bro. It's all good, my brother.
JoJo.
Of course, sometimes you find it to be triggered because you want to know motherfuckers too. I don't like people
on my own NPR.
It's not a point of being triggered, sir. I deal in
Wonder if
facts. I
that's
don't
the
deal in
Les
my
Mis
feelings.
on my own.
Like
I
you
don't
little
know
fucking young
how to listen
fuckers.
to it.
That's it, bro. It's all good, Latrell. Nah, man. Look, it's just a comment, man. It was no offense to you, bro.
Okay, I see you 4 up. 4 up.
It was no offense
Nah, man,
to you,
I ain't
man.
finna go for that
Red
shit.
Magic 9 Pro Plus. I can't argue against that. Oppo Find In.
It's all good, bro.
I can't tell with you, Mims, because you're always talking shit.
Man, it's all good. Latrell, don't die, man.
But 4 up in that 2023 though. The Find In.
Go at it. That's fine. This is nothing to go at. I'm just telling you, man. You got to know where this information is coming from.
I mean, it's a great.
Hey. 2 for 2023, but not.
No. 2023 was Find In 3 or Find In 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're talking about this guy. Well, not this guy, but the OnePlus version.
Hey, so isn't Xiaomi doing a release?
Nah, Mims, you stupid.
Yeah, they're doing a release on, I think it's the 25th or 26th. Yeah, next week. Yeah,
next week.
And
that's going to be the 14 Ultra, right?
Tomorrow in
14
China.
Ultra, yeah.
14 Ultra. That's going to be pretty
tomorrow in China, and then the 25th.
Yeah, global. Yeah, tomorrow in China, and then global. Yeah, 25th.
On the 25th.
Yeah, so that should be good. For me and Sean, so I know they'll tweak the camera algorithms. It'll have a better processor. But for me and Sean, the main sensor changes. It looks like everything else seems the same. And our main sensor is already good. It's still a 1-inch sensor. So I don't know.
I mean, look, I always ask this question at this point. I mean, besides Samsung and Apple, which is going backwards, with Xiaomi that's at the peak of his game, like the peak of the pinnacle of what they're doing, and OnePlus right now is just taking the dog crap on Samsung right now. What is it that Xiaomi can do? Because they already dog crapping on Samsung and Apple. OnePlus is doing it. They just sit back and what could they do? Like, to make it better? Because they already just smoking Samsung and Apple. So what is it they can?
I'll tell you what's happening is Samsung, Apple has already started the process. Samsung, they're going to evolve
those giant salesers.
I agree with you because Apple is doing it right now. Apple
the phones are always going to be different, but they're not going to focus a lot of energy on them because they're trying. That's what this Apple Vision Pro thing is. That's Apple opening up a new market.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is.
Salute to you right here. Salute.
Oh, Korean variant. Okay,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. Salute to you.
I guarantee you this year's iPhone will be dedicated to features tied to the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, absolutely. And the iPads and everything will be all
the cameras. The camera's going to be laid out just.
It's all about video.
So Apple, the iPads that are coming out, rumored to come out in March. Just keeping them where they are. Do it when those are in because I'm buying in March. I don't need any Apple Vision stuff. I don't need any Apple Vision. I want a tablet.
Yeah.
I want an Apple tablet.
tablet.
And I think for Apple looking at the future and they're seeing that, right now they smartphone. I mean, they're not going to change the iPhone. Like they go, yes, they go put new processors, update the camera, the body style gonna be the same. Everything gonna be this. They really can't change the software. So that it's Apple's going to.
They can change the software.
Yeah, they can change software.
They won't.
They just choose not to.
They won't.
But they're not going to. I mean, they're not going to
change the software.
It wouldn't even be. It wouldn't make sense to change the software.
Right. They can't change the software.
It's like
they wouldn't.
Well,
but
technically,
you think about it.
Technically, financially, they can't because that would just be
that would
be suicide.
They use the base.
Yeah, that would be suicide.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. Look, I know for years now, Android folks would like to see an iPhone kind of mimic Android, but that'll never happen. Like that'll never happen. And for years,
no.
All I want, seriously, all I want is them to completely mimic Android notifications. They got close, but they were like, we got to be something. So just rip it completely off. And it would be nice to see an app drawer, but I'm cool with the way it is now. Just when you swipe all the way to the app, what is it called? The app launcher or whatever? At the end, just be like, I need it. Because I always would swipe down to make it list library. Like Windows, the app library. I would have like Windows Mobile, just have it to where I can switch to always be in a list mode, and I'll just I'll configure it like Windows Phone, and I won't complain. Just fix the notification. That's all I need you to do. Fix the notification.
I'll tell you what else. The smartwatch has plateaued.
Yeah.
The most that Apple is going to do is increase battery life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they need to do. That's all. But the thing about it, that's all I care about. Like, why can't you do that?
But that's what I'm saying. That's the most that they're going to do, and they're going to do that in the Ultra line still You're going to have to pay the price to get that battery life. And they're not going to put any more into the Apple Watch. It's plateaued.
Yeah. I mean,
i.e. into Apple Ring.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, LB, you just made a good point here, right? Apple won't give you like 3 days of battery life on any Apple Watch because what's going to happen next year, right? I mean, they need to give you iterative upgrades, right? So if you want all the battery life, you got to pay $800 for Ultra. That's what they're trying to move you up into the Ultra because the Ultra got the best battery life. The Ultra gonna have the best this, the best that. But if you want to pay $300, $400 for Apple Watch, you're not gonna get good battery life. And they might give you a little taste of speed and a little taste of battery life every year, incremental upgrade. That's it.
Nobody has good battery life except Huawei.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, Samsung.
Hey, OnePlus about to drop that too.
Yeah, I know.
LB.
I seen that.
OnePlus about to drop that too.
I saw it.
I mean, look what Samsung is doing. The last 4 watches has been integrated, updated. There's nothing been. Matter of fact, Samsung screwed up when they took away the classic, with the turning bezel, and now they bought it back. And because they know people like, man, I ain't buying it. Like, you took away the classic, and so they bought it back.
I've been saying that the smartwatch was a glorified fitness band forever, and everybody thought that, like I said, the Apple Watch not the Apple Watch, but the smartwatch as a whole has plateaued.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much more you're going to get out of that device.
Yep, that's why just give me my battery life. That's all I need. I don't need anything more than what it's offering.
And I think that's one of the reasons why Samsung came out.
All I want from a smartwatch is a reason to lessen the amount of times that I have to go look at my phone. That's it. That's all I need it for.
Yeah.
And it can't help me if I got to charge it all the time.
Yeah, every day. You got to charge it every day.
I'm like, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
I could. And you know what the crazy thing about it? It's supposed to do sleep tracking, right? But it ain't.
How can you sleep track if you can't?
It ain't gonna last all night.
It's like this is not rocket science.
And Doodle come in the comments and they swear up and down. Well, I get 6 days of battery life. I don't know what y'all getting, but I'm getting 20 days of battery life. You hear these people hit the comments and say, I don't know what y'all doing with y'all watching, but I'm getting 6 days of battery life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, all right. I can't understand how any company like Samsung say that we want to do, sleep tracking.
Okay, I see you, big man.
When if you have your watch on and you sleep with it from, I guess, 9 p.m. at night and wake up at 7, 8, and you had your watch on all day, your watch gonna be freaking dead in the morning. I mean, it ain't gonna track your sleep, right? You gonna wake up in the morning, it's gonna be dead. So it ain't gonna track your sleep.
That's why you put it to charge before you go sleep.
But see, that's the inconvenience, though. It's like inconvenience. That's the whole thing. Like, okay, if I had a watch that could last 3 to 4 days, right?
So you could with the 5 Pro last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, the
right,
5 Pro lasts.
The 5 Pro does. It's the other
I can get
Samsung watches
almost
that don't.
3 days. I can get almost 3 days.
Oh, only 3 days with the 5 Pro?
But here's the thing.
That's terrible.
No, that's pretty good.
I don't leave my phone to charge overnight. I never do it. I always charge it before bed, no matter, even if it's like an hour to go to bed and it's at 60%.
Now, why is that?
I put it off the charger. I just don't trust it charging overnight. I just don't trust it. That's just me, eh? That's just
okay. Because it'll do the slow charge overnight, right?
Yeah. Well,
OnePlus
does it and Pixel does it.
Oh my God, OnePlus does a great job.
It's just a habit. I just take it off the charger, whatever, and then if I'm ready to, when I'm going to work, when I reach work, I plug it in, I let it charge. That just
so OnePlus have a feature that is called Wise Charging. When you plug it up and it's maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night, it's gonna pop up say your phone will be charged at 8 a.m. Fully charged at 8 a.m. That means from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. it's gonna super slow charge the device to get to 100% by the next day. So it's not really charging.
I
love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I said that. Pixel and
use it. Yeah,
I use that all the time.
I just don't leave it overnight. I just don't trust. I don't know. The
Listen,
same way I have my watch, and I still don't like allow it to get wet, like in the pipe
listen,
or anything.
I'm with you because I don't charge my phone at night neither. And the reason why is because I got the OnePlus 12. I can shower, shit, and shave, and I'm at 100%. So I'm good. I ain't got to put on a charger. I don't need to charge it. And by the time I'm 100%, I go, 7 hours screen on time. I'm good. I ain't got to charge it. So, I mean, maybe 30, 35 minutes of charging, you back at 100%, and you can go almost a full day. I mean, that's the ideal situation. So I might go, when I wake up in the morning, I got to look at I got 1,000 notifications that hit me in the morning. So I got to look at notifications, emails, and all that stuff. And, so, I mean, I don't charge my devices at night. So I'm with you with that.
You can't, don't even, I'm telling you, Sean.
I don't need to charge my devices
urban
at
fire. That's how urban roll.
Mm-hmm. The Watch 4 was absolute trash. I hated that fucking watch.
Oh, the Watch 4?
That was the worst watch I've ever had.
I'm with you on that one.
Now, I'm still rocking the Watch 4 Classic LTE. And I'm with you. Battery life is trash. Right?
That shit is a true pack of ass.
And I used that for a couple of meetings. Else that thing went right back in the box.
Yeah, I'm charging every day.
That motherfucker trash.
Yeah, I am.
If OnePlus has good battery life, whoever has the next good battery life, OnePlus or Pixel, it's like, yes, I'm trading in a Galaxy Watch 4 Classic.
Bro, they sent me out 3 of them bitches, and none of them fucking act right. Them shit was ass, bro.
Yeah,
I hated that fucking watch.
And when we look at smartphones have plateaued. This is one of the reasons why I believe Samsung dropped the S24.
I don't think smartphones are plateaued.
I don't think so neither, but I'm just saying. Well, for Samsung and Apple, I don't think there's nothing else they can do.
Samsung and Apple are
more than that out there.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
It depends on what your definition of plateaued is.
It depends on but it's also you also have to say when things are a non-factor, right? If Fuji was like yesterday, we're gonna drop a phone that we can't see or a camera that we can't keep in stock, and we're gonna add some more features to it. Okay, now you can buy it, right? And if other companies are not doing anything, they're a non-factor. Like I'm not worried about Samsung and Apple if they're not doing anything to make me buy. What am I worried about? If they want to stay over here and not do anything, why am I tripping?
Yeah,
I can buy my Oppo. I'm happy with it.
But what I mean about plateau is that the smartphone evolution process has pretty much ended. You can only get better cameras. There's nothing more that you can really get out of the smartphone anymore.
Your definition, I accept your definition.
That's what I'm saying.
I totally accept your definition. My whole thing is
you can only get a more refined product of what we already have, meaning that at some point it used to be a defining difference between a flagship smartphone and every other tier. And right now it's at the point where the mid-grade smartphones are really, really close to being flagships because the technology has evolved so much that you can only refine what's out there. And that's what I mean by it's plateaued, meaning that the level of innovation is pretty much peaked. You unless someone comes out with a different battery technology where you can get 24 hours out of one battery or something like that, and it's a thinner, it's pretty much. That's why you have the foldables now, because the candy bar phone, what more can you get out of it other than a bigger sensor?
I agree and disagree.
Yeah, I know I get what you're saying.
I get what he's saying.
But I really think what Xiaomi and Oppo and Vivo have done over the last few years is basically say, okay, we know that people are, the general public is point and shoot. Vivo is really starting to address that, right? But for people that do any type of photography and they don't have their camera with them for any reason, instead of them being, you know, when they don't want to carry a lot of stuff, we're gonna simulate a lot of different lenses, you know, so they can still take part of it. That's big and that's innovative, because you've got people going right now getting that Fuji X100 100 V6 or Vs if they can find those, and they're stuck at 35 mil and they have to crop and all this stuff. Meanwhile, Vivo and all of them is like, hey, we can get you bokeh on every camera lens, or every camera sensor, at different focal lengths, and make you feel like you are actually have a little pocket camera in here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like I said, I agree, and then I disagree on, you know, certain points, but I don't think the other companies are doing that. You know.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm. So. Okay. I don't want to say this.
Oh yeah, that 35 is nice. Go ahead.
I don't want to say this to seem like I'm discrediting what's being done, but basically what I'm saying is, if you've seen one flagship import, import, you've seen them all. If you've seen one flagship export, you've seen them all. So basically what I'm saying is that, yes, in the American market, we don't get what you get in the export.
Oh,
market.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But if you leave the U.S., even if you go to Xiaomi, Oppo, and all the major players, you've seen one phone, you've seen them all. You just see them doing something different with similar hardware. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by it's plateaued, is that the game is the same depending on what market you're buying in. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a tweak here, a tweak there, but there's nothing that what you would say is market changing innovation in the candy bar devices anymore.
I would say
so
this,
would you say,
I remember
would you say cars has plateaued?
Yeah,
say that again.
Would you say cars has plateaued?
Cars,
no. The automobile. Has it plateaued?
No, I don't think I think
no, because now you're going into the electric car.
Right, you're going to electric
so
car.
That's the same thing.
We're going time out. We're going back to electric cars. Going back to electric cars.
Right.
But that's the thing, because we have not, because we get in what we see now, but we don't know what's being worked on behind the scenes that will surprise us maybe 5 years down the line, and then it'll be like, oh wow.
Oh man, my man had to pause. He's like, my man's like, but that's what happens. You don't pause that long, LaShawn, but you do that a lot when you emphasize the.
That's that St. Lucia internet.
That St. Lucia pause. That St. Lucia pause.
Bruh, that you pause. Pause.
Hey, Scoop, I need that, man. Scoop, I need that. Scoop.
I know where he was going, but here's the difference. The automobile, there are so many different variants. You're talking about something that there's so many different directions that you can go with the automobile that you can't really compare it to. When you're talking smartphone, there is a limitation of what you can change on a smartphone just by the nature of the device, right? We're not in an era where you had the sidekicks, you had this. Now, as Scoop just said, somebody might venture off and reintroduce something like a sidekick or something like that, and we may go backwards, but that's not necessarily what you call innovation. That's just, someone rebranding something that had already exists.
Basically, it's iteration. They're just iterating on what they are, it's already there. So.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that, like, I understand what Barry is saying, but the smartphone itself, it is what it's going to be. It's just going to be refinement to it. It's going to be refinement to the cameras. It's going to be refinement to the software. I don't see where we're going to get any more game-changing technology into them.
Where'd he go? You must have went to go get some of that cheap liquor.
Cheap liquor.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Look, I don't honestly. I mean, we were talking about the electric car piece, LB. Until we get our grid fixed, I don't think it's going to be a viable option.
What, the electric
cars? Not for a while. Electric cars.
Yeah. I agree because
the technology is still not there to do it quickly. You still got to wait an hour to get it.
It looks like he did, Gwen.
I really don't think. I don't think we can take the electric cars serious until someone can offer a 500-mile.
Oh wow! I was so.
I can't hear you.
Can you raise up Scoop's microphone?
Depends on the car.
Who are raising up?
No, I understand it, Scoop, but right now, I get that, but it seems like the ones that I've come in contact with the fleet that I've had, it just takes too damn long. You know what I'm saying? And when you're trying to be efficient, it's not good.
24 Ultra.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that it's really going to be practical until we get a consistent 500 mile,
and not having to pay $150,000 for it.
Exactly. I'm talking about at regular consumer prices.
Mm-hmm. And really, the really fast chargers that you're going to get are the ones from Tesla. He's got a hell of a map, and his is, it's a shame that now you got to go there to be able to get something a little faster than your average one that you're going to find in a behind a damn hotel. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Till next year.
Yeah. B. Floyd.
No,
what B. Floyd is saying makes sense, and that's what I've been watching. Toyota with the solid state batteries.
Okay. Didn't know that.
But they have yet to prove the case though.
So for me, and the reason why I'm kind of agreeing with Barry as far as smartphones, it's because the evolution of smartphones was exciting. Let's go back down the memory lane, right?
Do we have to?
And I'm gonna make myself
easy. Hold on.
We have to.
Hold on, Easy, because
before we go there.
Sorry about that, guys. Internet crashed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, look at LaShawn.
Oh Lord.
We have
Thank you,
your
Smokey.
phone.
hey, LaShawn, can you send me that, please? I need that in my life.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'm the twin. I'm the brother from Alaska. I'm the brother from Alaska.
Hey,
he's in St. Louis.
See if you can capture that pose again. Let's see how close you can get back to that pose.
What you about to say, LB, before I talk about my excitement of
going back down the memory lane?
What I was about to say was that Easy, we can only take you so serious because the evolution of the smartphone stopped at the V60 for you. So
not really.
Hey, I came back just in time. Okay, I came back just in time.
Well, look, check this out, right? I'm just being honest. Back then, way back in the day, smartphones,
You're right, Glenn.
Smartphones used to be like
this,
like the regular deck. We used to have fun. We used to tap on it and stuff like that. We used to get excited over this. And then the smartphone went into doing this, right? And this, oh my God, this was like, this was exciting. Like, I had an opportunity to type up all my documents, my emails and stuff, and I could slide it back, and I got a regular candy bar phone. And this is where smartphones was. This is what the excitement, right? And
really,
then
nigga?
We got, smartphones started looking beautiful and pretty, right? And I mean, like, you was like, damn. And then BlackBerry came along and made a difference. And then Apple came along, started, then all of a sudden it tanked. It tanked. We don't have those exciting devices that everything with headphone jack went away. They take power bricks out the box. I mean,
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push back.
It does not.
I'm gonna push back.
It has a power brick in the box and the cable.
I'm going to push back on that because you're thinking very superficial. What happened is they became better tools. So we don't care anymore because they're now a part of our daily lives. There's nothing exciting about them because they help us function. You don't think about them anymore. That's what the difference is.
what's the future for technology right now? Everybody going.
It's not going to be anything that's going to be it's going to be crazy. It's going to be iterated. That's all. It's going to be
iterative that can. So, like, you may be on the bleeding edge, but there's somebody that hasn't updated their phone in 5 years. Then, when they finally update, they're going to be on the bleeding edge. That's all it is now. Like,
and I think
check the group, Sean.
And I think right now you got Apple, right? Apple is going into a different direction, which is Vision Pro.
They're gonna make it foldable next year.
That's a lousy direction.
Yeah, they go put a lot of money. They go put a lot of money in this foldable. Be expensive. And I think
they're gonna be out there running out buying it.
Yeah, and I just think once we got OnePlus,
thank you, sir.
Google and stuff that's in the foldable game. I don't know. I mean, it just the future's AI. The future is, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been using some AI tools myself, and it's been spectacular.
Your head gone. Okay. Half of your head was gone.
And that's house.
I'm not sure how I feel about AI yet.
Oh, y'all know yet? You gotta warm up to it first.
No, I don't feel like participating in teaching something.
I can see a use case for it. I'm not saying I don't.
What AI?
Yeah.
I mean, I think AI is only going to become really beneficial when we learn how to use it. Right now, you got a bunch of people that don't know how to use it. It's just like you got a generation of kids that don't know how to properly use Google. It's like
they don't know how to drive a stick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So,
but LB, you're also a bunch of people that don't know how to use something that is learning as it's being developed. It's still learning. So there's no way to really know how to use it until it kind of fully develops, which it hasn't done yet. But that involves pumping more information into it constantly.
But the reality around AI is that it'll never stop learning. It'll only get better over time, because the more information you feed into it, the better it gets.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's why a lot of companies are going towards.
Yeah, that's the nature
especially
of AI.
smartphone.
So, it being used as a tool, it's there. Like right now.
Damn. Oh, Bob.
Like right now, I used to have to give my licensees my recipes, right? But now with the where AI is now, I can put the recipes together, right? And just give the AI the recipe and tell it how many pounds of that recipe that I want, and it tells me everything that I need to do right off the top. Well, normally I would have to pay a third-party company to analyze my recipes and do all this stuff, and spend a lot of money. Now it takes me 5 minutes.
I mean, look, I've been using AI for my backgrounds, and it's been pretty neat. I go in there and I type up what I just put a couple of key things in. I want a spaceship background and a cockpit, and I might add some more words in there, and all of a sudden AI spit out these images, right? That I've been using in my green screen videos. But now I took it to the next level. I've been doing background videos. If you've been noticing in my last video, there's a video playing in the background of the background. I mean, of the background that I was using. What the clouds and shit was moving, and it was going side to side, like it was going side to side, like slow motion, and the clouds was moving. That was all done by AI. I did not make none of that. That was a video that I created just by typing in, I said, nighttime scene with a window and sunset and all that stuff like that. And I put it in there, and I said I wanted a video, and it spit out a 10-second video, and I couldn't believe it. It looked good too. So the last video I post, that was a video playing with the clouds moving and all that stuff like that.
With you in the office?
Yeah, me in the office. Yeah, that was a video. That's a video background that was played that was spit out by AI.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what are
that
you
was
using
all-
for that? Chat GPT or what?
No, I use what is that? Hold on. That
Adobe? You use Adobe shit?
Oh, the new thing. What's the new thing that just came out? The new
No,
thing that just dropped?
no.
They smoking.
Canva.
What?
Canva.
Yeah.
Oh, you use Canva. Oh, you
Yeah,
stupid.
you got to have the
Sean.
premium service. You got to have the premium. I'm using Canva.
I have
But
Canva. I have the
Canva-
premium.
Yes. So Canva have a huge update. They got all the AI stuff
You
on there.
stupid.
I know. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I use
That's great.
Canva for all of my thumbnails actually.
That's for you, Bradley. You know that's gonna stay
Every
constantly.
single one.
So now they
That's
have
you,
a section. They got an AI section that you can do video and photo and
Oh,
still.
nice.
Yeah,
I have to
they
check
got a
that
whole
out.
AI section now.
I had to check that shit
And
out.
and here's the thing, because I hate when we do this as a community. That thing that they put out there this week with what is it, Soro or something from Chat GPT?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the only outfit in town, people. There's a lot of small companies out there that are way further than what that is. So
Yeah.
let's not do like we do with cell phones and think that Apple and Samsung are only two cats around. The AI market is so huge right now. There are so many guys that are way beyond what we saw, but you just got to go out there and search them out because those are not the only two outfits. Don't be the typical consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like you only go for what's marketed to you. Because
Another thing, LB,
Hmm?
a lot of Apple has been buying a lot of them. The small AI companies, Apple has
Well,
been buying them.
Apple
They
needs to buy.
need to. They got
buying
Apple
them.
needs to look.
Yeah,
Apple
they
needs
need to.
Yeah.
Apple
Because they
needs
need to
buy
catch up
all
to
of them.
Google. They need
Yeah,
to
They need to
catch up
catch
to
up
Google.
buy
to
everything
anyone
that
at
comes
this
Yeah.
into the
point.
market.
They're way
Yeah.
behind.
Siri is
Say
still
anyone.
Siri is still riding the short yellow bus to school.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
she
can't
sucks.
believe Apple haven't.
Oh,
I think Apple probably do come up with a totally
Bruh.
different assistant because Siri is terrible.
Terrible.
Been terrible.
Hey,
since-
hot
since
water.
Hot
What is
water.
up, sir?
What's going on, sir?
You see, Siri came out before Google, before the assistant.
Oh
Siri
yeah,
was
but they
first,
bought it and didn't do anything with it.
and they didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has been bad. It has been, and it's still bad. I mean, I would even say that Bixby is better than Siri.
Yeah.
And Bixby is trash. So I mean,
Well,
God.
actually,
Well, Bixby is
actually-
better.
actually-
Yeah, Bixby is a whole lot
Actually, Bixby is probably technically better than all of them.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
No, and here's the reason why I say that. Bixby is the only one that you can actually command functions within an app. Okay.
Yes.
So that right there gives it an edge to be ahead of everybody. Now, what they do with it, but that right there, Samsung was on the right path.
You know which
Not the
assistant
cap.
was good? Cortana.
Yeah.
Cortana was
Oh,
good,
yeah.
Cortana was
Really good. Yeah.
Cortana was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Not
The
the cap.
Microsoft just I don't know. They don't know what to do.
I mean, Cortana is still here, but now they're integrating Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah. I mean, I just think that, I actually did a video where you could actually program Bixby when you open the device. I did it on my foldable. When you open the device, it commanded to do something, and when you close the device, it commanded to do something. So it was. You got a lot of things you could do with Bixby, right?
Not the
And
cap.
I liked it. It was a little slow because if you got to wait for it to come in. And that was older devices that it did it with, but now I'm showing that it's a whole lot
Yes,
better.
Dexter.
Bixby is like IFTTT. If this then that.
Then that, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
if
could
then
program
that,
certain
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I get into it with Viper and Coffee Talk, and we got this thing going now. And like right now, the Apple Vision Pro is the big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And kudos to Apple for what they did with that device, because Apple went all in on that device. here's the catch-22, and this is what I told. The caveat to that is that if Apple does not introduce a brain for Siri at this year's WWDC, that opens the door wide open for Samsung, Amazon, and anybody else that has an assistant, an AI assistant, to jump on that bandwagon, reverse engineer the Apple Vision Pro, and introduce that device with a Jarvis type interface. They're going to win that market. They're going to dominate that market.
But Apple won't let them.
Well,
Apple will find a way to kill it. They will find a way.
Apple. Here's the thing: if Apple does not introduce something with Siri this year, there's nothing they're going to have to be able to do because everyone else has had a head start in that market. This wouldn't be Samsung's first venture into that market. This wouldn't, and Meta, all of these guys, all they have to do is re-engineer, reverse engineer the hardware that Apple introduced. And if they have a better assistant, they're going to win the dominance of that market. Because what people are not realizing is this is a new OS. Yeah. This ain't Mac OS. This is Vision OS. So it's a new OS. And they're not going to get global dominance, just like they don't have global dominance for Android, like they don't have global dominance for iOS. They won't have global dominance for this device if they don't win that portion of the market.
Yep, I agree.
True, facts. Yeah,
I agree, and I mean, you know, I mean, I see the direction. Apple is smart because Apple know that they have to make changes, and Vision Pro, whether or not you like it or not, is something that they're putting $1 trillion company behind, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Apple is all in. I mean, if you listen to the interviews of Tim Cook, they're all in on Vision Pro. This is their baby. I mean, they was on NBC News and all that stuff like that, and Tim Cook, all in. They put the weight of Apple behind Vision Pro.
To be fair, they have to. Because they need to sell it. So they need to be all in. They need to go everywhere and be all in and tell them this is the future. This is what we've been working on. Because they talked about it for years. And now it's finally out. So they have to make it look like, hey, this is the future. This is where we're going. You have to like it. You have to like it. So they push it.
I don't know if you saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video of Facebook CEO. He was, he tried to come up with a rebuttal of why Meta was so much better than Vision Pro and stuff like that. Look,
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. That's what I'm saying. Not wrong as far as the price point and what it could do, right? And I mean,
but here's the reality, because I don't even think everyone realizes what's happening right now. Right now, what we're looking at is a new way of computing. So when we say innovation, this is changing from, it's like going from a calculator to a computer, right? Computer sales are down across the globe.
Time. Oh, yeah, 50%. Right? Yeah.
And Apple took a 25% hit.
That's a lot of money for them.
Right. The last computer that we got was the smartphone. Right?
Yeah.
The smartphone technically and I understand, I'm not disputing what Barry was saying earlier, but as how should I say it? They're not going to sell more smartphones than what they have already sold, right? Because it's just going to be a churn of people updating devices that they already had.
So they're not getting any extra people. So they just get the same old fans. So the same, let's say 30, 40 million, they're just buying, updating, they just upgrading. So they're not getting any new fans.
Right. Yeah, so AR, VR is the new entry. That's why Apple introduced it as spatial computing.
Spatial computing, right.
Well, they also introduced it. Let's not remember, they don't want, and they educated people not to say AR, VR because they have real competitors, right? So even though we a lot of the tech community is Apple, Samsung focused, but there are other things. So like right now, if anyone were to go to magicleap.com, they're a Florida company. I call on that company. They've had AR, VR, they've had backers for years. And right now their product sells, like their website. If you go to the website, it says, do what you do better. And it's focused on business, and they have smaller glasses that will show you different things that you could be interacting with, but they're focused more on job sites. And then you have other companies that are doing that. The key to Apple is they got people to buy in, and they've got a ton of money. So they're instantly a player. It's not like they're doing anything that's super new. It's the fact that they did it, and they've got that nice little bitten off apple behind them with a lot of money behind it. So content creators will push stuff aside, to show Apple and Samsung. If Apple and Samsung were in the bottom two, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Listen, that's right.
Well, and then the other thing is Apple had to. So everyone else had to introduce this stuff to the market playing it safe.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So Meta couldn't come out with a $3,000 device and realistically that anybody was going to look at it. Samsung couldn't. None of these guys could come out with a $3,000 device and get a following behind them. Apple is the only company that could pull that off.
I agree.
So what Apple did was they saved no punches. They put 50 million lenses in it. They did all of this so that they can get that polished look. Meta and Samsung are going to duplicate what Apple did. Mark my words. As long as my name is LeBaron, you can guarantee within the next 14 months, they're going to duplicate what Apple has done, okay? And they're going to come in at minimum $1,000 cheaper than what Apple came out in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the key thing, and mark my words, it's going to be the assistant. Because people are going to get used to what it is now, right? But you have a generation, like if you go for the older generations like myself, Sean, Easy, what do we remember? We remember Knight Rider. We remember the Jetsons.
Yeah.
It was always we always remember you being able to talk to a computer as if it was a human, right?
Yep.
That's what we always wanted to shoot for. Then you got the new generation came in under Marvel. They want Jarvis. Everybody wants Jarvis, right? And the company that does that is going to be the company that becomes that dominant. It's going to be the company that becomes the Windows or Android of that group, of that business model.
Or they give us the Dick Tracy smartwatch. The real smartwatch, Dick Tracy.
I remember watching. I'm trying to think of this movie. With Arnold Schwarzenegger and talking to Total Recall, right? Stuff like that where you can be anywhere, right? And interact, and it's all mentally. I mean, it's all a fantasy and stuff like that. I mean, having walking your home, and it was a Bruce Willis, right? Made a movie, or
Bruce Willis
Element, right? He had a movie where he just walking, he in his house by himself, and he could talk to an AI assistant, and they have a conversation. And I think that's the future. That you walk in your home, you talk to an AI person, tell them pull up the news, and it pops up in front of you, and you walk in up and down your home. It's following you. No glasses needed, right? No glasses needed. You just walking up and down your home. You got a screen in front of you that's following you. That's showing you news and all kinds of weather reports and stuff like that. I think about movies like The Minority Report. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I mean, preventing crime before it even happened.
What even happens?
So those are things that I think these companies are trying to do. I mean, these movies, I'm a Matrix fan, so I used to watch The Matrix and stuff like that.
Matrix fans.
Yeah, you see that type of stuff, and I mean, I think that's where they really want the world to be.
Bob.
So now I am.
That's true.
I am a
That's
little
true.
curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious of what the long-term effect as more people use this tech. Like, you know how on Total Recall in those movies, it was always some type of mental effect where people are, you know, and I'm wondering if that's going to, because, you know, half these folks are halfway crazy anyway. It only takes a simplest thing to send them over the edge.
Right.
But going into like the whole thing with Apple, and you can go into this whole realistic scenery or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm really wondering what type of effect mentally that is going to end up playing, if there will be an effect or not.
I think it's going to be a big effect. I mean, you think about it. You got, let's say, a undeveloped teenager got these goggles on, and they're in a different state, a different world, or they all different.
Like Ready Player One. Like how Ready Player One was.
I say underdeveloped is because they're not as smart as most. I mean,
they're not socially mature. Like,
right, they're not socially mature.
I'm getting these teenagers that they're timid. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't look at people in their eye when they speak to them. They talk low. They, you know, like when we grew up, it was like, hey, you got to say it with your chest. Speak up loud. You know, these kids do not know how to communicate with human beings face to face.
Right. They text.
So,
well, hey, you know what the cure for that is? Put on the Apple Vision Pro.
I mean, look, LB, think about this.
You can zone them out.
LB,
zone them out.
What's the biggest issue in the world when it comes down to the teenagers, right? The schools. Think about this. They're at home. They got the Vision Pro. They got the teacher, virtual teachers, right? They don't have to go to school. They don't have to wear uniform. They ain't got to buy books. They ain't got to do none of that. The school's shut down. You got virtual teachers, AI teaching them everything. I mean, I think that's where we go. You know, I think that's the future, right? As far as with the teenagers, I mean, well, the school students and stuff like that. I mean, look, think about it. College students for the pandemic. What happened with the pandemic? What they did virtual classes, right? Everybody did virtual classes for the pandemic, right? You logged into a Zoom, you turned on your camera, and y'all did courses, right? And it was able to send you PDFs and everything right on the spot. I mean, that was done already. Like that for the pandemic, everybody that was in school, college, and stuff like that, they all did virtual classes. So I mean, it's possible. You know, I mean, it's a different level.
Yeah, that's my main concern for it, because I'm getting these teenagers, and it's like they don't even know when they're being disrespectful. Like, they honestly, literally do not know that the way that they say certain words could get them knocked out. Like, and honestly, I have to step back 100 times because I'm triggered. Look, I'm Generation X. I'm trigger happy. I have to like go, stop. Don't do this. This is not your kid.
Yeah.
They don't understand. I mean, they call you another teenager called me bro. Lord have mercy.
Yes,
bro.
Yeah,
they call you a fuck nigga. Bro. They call you a fuck nigga.
That's the quickest way to get the taste slapped out.
They call you that. They never told me that.
Right, I'm telling you. Then you wonder why I'm grabbing your goddamn throat, choking you the fuck out.
And what up, Pops? They call you Pops. And
that shit don't bother me. You just pray, I tell men, pray that you get to this age, because the idea is to get old. That's the whole part of this whole thing.
That's the goal, man.
The goal is to get old.
Yep,
exactly.
What up, dog?
right, big house, fuck nigga, and then try to pound your ass. Like,
what up, dog?
But right.
I've heard some crazy things, man. I've heard some crazy things.
That's the reason why.
Damn, Gwen. Damn, Gwen put them hands on him.
Yep.
Gwen put them hands on him. Like,
Gwen put them paws on him. She wasn't playing.
They're just socially awkward.
Yeah, because they're not interacting. A lot of it, they're living in their smartphone.
And that's where I think when you look at the future of schools, right? School, I think that's going to be all virtual. I mean, that's the future right there. Virtual schooling is going to probably be the future because of how schools are violent. Teachers are shorthanded. They don't have the tools. They don't have this. They don't have that. You always hear those saying that the teachers are schools are understaffed, underqualified. Students are disrespectful to the teachers and fellow students. You have fights and violence and everything else that happens in the schools. To eliminate 100% of that, right, is to go to virtual and AI and different things like Vision Pro, whatever that's available. And it's like this: if a student want to learn, they'll learn. If not, then they'll just be, I don't know, out there doing nothing. I guess I have no idea. I know that the government has laws. I know in Texas that if any teenager that's under the age of 18 must attend school. If not, then they start going after their parents. And so I don't know if that's the key, but I think our younger generation definitely needs some help because the stuff that I'm seeing I'm in Louisiana and it's pretty rough. And when I see 14s and 15, I talked to a cop today, and they had 2 murders happen in New Orleans yesterday, and it's all teenagers, right? And it's when they can't even get past 15, 16, 17 years old before they get murdered. And so things got to change. Whether or not it's going to be parenting, I just have a hard time for government to come dictating how things need to work. But I just look at that something has to change. Look at what's going on in Chicago, right? It's really bad in Chicago. War zone going on in Chicago.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that that's one of the reasons why I keep my kids into sports, because sports they're forced to interact with different people, even people they don't like, because they don't always like everybody on their team, but they gotta learn how to play with them.
Gotta learn how to deal with them.
Yeah, they gotta learn how to deal with them. They have to learn how to be teammates. And that's kind of like one of the reasons why I keep them all in at least 2 sports minimum.
But LB, as a parent, and listen, my daughter's out of school, graduated. I don't have any young kids. But God, man, I'll be scared to death right now the way the world is, sitting in the public schools, just sending my child, getting on the school bus, going to a public school. I just.
Are you talking about like for because of mass shooters or just?
No, not mass shooters. Just the way schools are right now. Just the with the students just not getting that.
But you know what, Easy? Hold on, because I gotta stop you right there. Because that's, to me, and it hits home because anybody that knows my details knows that I'm like really, really heavy into the public school system and everything like that. Mm-hmm. That's a false picture that has been painted. Because here's the reality: when we were in school, 80% of what we learned at home. Our parents made us sit down and learn math. They made us sit down and write. They made us, when we came home, we had, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They didn't just teach us, they just didn't just send us to school and say, oh, the teacher is going to teach you everything.
Right.
Most of what you learn for school is at home. The discipline to do the homework, the discipline to complete the homework, the respect, all of that was done at home. You see what I'm saying? So it's not the school system.
But I'm not blaming the school system. I'm saying that the what they're not getting at home is carrying over to the school system. You should think about it, right? So what they're not getting at is the discipline. They say, hey, listen, get off the phone and do your homework. The disrespect as far as students and parents, right? So at home, if the child can talk to their parents any kind of way, right, and get away with everything at home, it's a lost cause once they get into school, right? I mean, it's no way.
But here's the reality, though. The reason it doesn't really affect me and my kids because my kids are raised to act a certain way regardless if you're at home or if you're at school.
And you're a good
when
parent.
they go to school, when they go to school, even if my kids aren't doing the best to their ability, right? They're still held in favor because they know how to respect the teacher. They're not acting a clown in class. You know what I'm saying? So they are going to move forward because we raised them to move forward. The losers are going to be the losers anyway. This it was when we were in school. The losers was going to be the losers.
It's always
the idiots that were in school now are either dead, in jail,
damn,
or well, is it not the reality?
It's the reality. The bullies that I went to school with, the bullies and the people that cut school and the people that terrorized the teachers when I was coming up in school, they're no longer here.
And that's just the nature.
I mean, that's just the reality part. You know, the bullies that when I was in school back in the early days, the ones that believe that they can terrorize the teachers and the other students and fighting all the time and getting suspended and stuff like that, they're no longer with us today.
Well, some of them did change. You know, they got out of it. You know, they changed.
Well, some of them did. Yeah, that's true.
Some of them did change, but I mean, most of them either in jail or 6 feet under. You know,
in the ground with the maggots. Dang.
Yeah. Either that or like for the guys, they broke on child support.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but I think when we look at this technology thing, look, the student.
Hey, BG said
90% of most kids, probably from the age of 10 on up, has a smartphone. Smartphone that they are, I mean, highly into. I always say this. I said this before. I say, if you want to punish a child, not tell them to turn the TV off. No, take the smartphone from them. That's the hardest punishment you could do.
You want to know the scariest thing about it, though, Easy? The scariest thing about it is they're so into a device that they don't know how to use. Like the average teenager only know how to scroll TikTok, post pictures on IG, and that's basically the functionality of what they have. Or speaking Ebonics in some group chat. Yeah. That's it. They literally have one of the most powerful tools in the world. Like if we had the devices, like if we were able to go back to time and somebody handed us a phone from today and handed one of us one of these phones, we would probably rule the world right now.
We'd be ruling the world right now. Yeah, that's right.
And they are stuck on stupid with these devices.
And so, I mean, I look at that. Okay, so, and I remember when I talk about years ago, like my daughter graduated from high school maybe about 5 years ago. When I used to go to her events, and this was when the teenagers was really, really into their iPhones. I mean, they're into their iPhones now. And I mean, I'm watching a basketball tournament, and when you look around in the bleachers, they're not even watching the game, right? They're all into their phones, right? They ain't even watching the game.
Not watching the game.
And even when you go to a restaurant today, if you go to a restaurant and you look around in the restaurant, you see everybody at the restaurant into their phones. I mean, the food's sitting right there.
And
there's nobody talking to each other.
Yeah,
everybody in their phones. I mean, so it is a epidemic. It's crazy.
Hey, BG, I'm not. Listen, I know they know more than no. I'm not gonna say they know more than what I think. I know how much they know. They know how to use a device. They know how to hide text messages. They know how to
hide porn.
Yeah.
Right. But to use the device for what it can do,
and they're not doing it.
They're not doing it.
They're not doing it. They don't know how to do it. And that's the scary part of it.
But we look at it.
I'm talking about it on a whole. I'm not talking about the anomalies out there, the tech nerds out there. I'm talking about as a bunch of kids. If you go and give them some technical commands to do on the phone,
Yeah, they can't do
As
it.
far as functionality, they break down. They mentally break down.
Yeah.
But you know, with us back in the week growing up without cell phones and tablets, all these things, we got to enjoy life, hanging out with your friends, going out and play, climbing trees, riding bikes, going to the park, swimming, playing basketball, doing all these things. We got to enjoy. Even when we had video games, how many of us had a console? The favor that everybody go to that one person house and we had a LAN party. And we played together.
Atari, right? 6400.
Atari, right.
Atari, 64 Pac-Man.
We go in the arcade. Right. We go to the arcade.
Go to the arcade,
socializing, still laughing and go to the mall and all that. Now the kids don't get to enjoy that. Because they're stuck in their phones, they're down. Either talk to their friends, is on FaceTime or whatever it is. They're playing video games. You hear your friend is in Australia, your friend is in Afghanistan, somewhere. But the interaction, the social interaction, they don't have it. They miss that. We enjoy that. We appreciate life.
Yeah,
so
I remember
that's a good thing.
I remember when I was young, we used to play hide and go seek, right? And we used to be in different people's backyards. And you ain't had nobody want to shoot you for being in their backyard. We was playing hide and go seek, right?
No.
We used to jump fences. It used to be hide behind other people's trees and behind their houses and stuff, because we used to play hide and go seek in the neighborhood. And
hey, Mims, we ain't talking about nobody trying to run from the police.
Right, that part.
So we used to do stuff like that, man. And we used to always have this thing when we got out of school. Our parents made us do the homework first, right? There's one rule before when you come home, you do your homework. Your parents check your homework before you leave to go out and play. But here's the thing: what my parents used to do after they checked my homework and it was correct, they say, "Go out and play." And their whole thing was, when the street lights come on,
you gotta be
get home.
Better be in the house.
Right? So that was the golden. And then on Saturdays, you cutting the grass, washing, you cleaning your room, you're folding the clothes, you're doing the household chores, right? And I remember that for me, I watched Tom and Jerry as I'm, washing clothes and folding clothes and stuff like that. And I knew that I had to cut the grass. Every Saturday, I had to cut the grass. And listen, if you don't cut the grass, you done. And then on Sundays, you have to wake up early in the morning because you got to be at, church. I mean, listen,
gotta
man.
Be church. Gotta go to church.
Listen, man. Mama say, get up out of that bed. You know you got to go to Sunday school. You got to go to
hated that.
School. Oh, you got to go to Sunday school. And guess what? Every Sunday school, you sit there, you be praying that the pastor not long-winded. I mean, it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He said,
I know we're not talking about nobody being long-winded. I know we're not talking about nobody being long-winded.
All right.
I know. You didn't understand. Part your lips and speak on someone being long-winded and complaining.
That's where I got it from. That's why I got it from.
I'm sorry, Sean P. I had to interrupt that because that hurt my soul.
Sir. I will stop you when you're lying. I just let you roll, sir.
I know you ain't got no nerve.
Hey,
I think we should.
Long-winded.
I think we should.
Have the nerve to call himself the tech preacher.
Come on, really, now, LB.
I think we should also.
LB, we here, dog.
We should also understand too that we're older, we're more mature. So when we were younger, so like Mims, I think he was born 89.
No, he was born in 94.
That was
he was born in 94.
94. So the year before. Oh, was it 89? Okay. So a few years later, so the total number of homicides in the USA 2023 was around 18,000. Back in 93, it was 26,000. We've seen a downward trend, right? There's 44 million blacks. So what it means, what I'm painting the picture is, we all know where the bad spots of time is, right? Town is, right? But are we tripping? Like, are we going to our homes and all that stuff? So there's a lot of stuff that we never see on a daily basis unless we go to those places. What happens a lot, if you look at the news and the way the news is structured, they're not gonna always do. Hey, I want to talk about Nola Cakes and Popcorn World.
No.
They can't do that. They can't run that out. They have to show all of the bad. Philadelphia is a crime, is a war zone. Chicago is a war zone. 1993, people weren't saying Chicago was a crime zone. They had more homicides back then, and people weren't saying that. They were saying somewhere else is a crime zone.
And that's what my point was. That's why I had to stop even with the school stuff, because of the simple fact that, do you know how much time I spend on the Chicago streets?
Exactly.
To the rules, I should have called a straight bullet.
Exactly.
But all the crime that's out there is not reported.
Oh, I agree. I know it's not all. It's not all reported. I'll put
it to you this way: it's very bad when you get there, and you're like, I know they coming, and they don't come.
Correct.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, there is some difference, but for me, man, you look at different.
Back then, when we was growing up, they reported the crime a lot more accurate than they do it now, because they're trying to. They don't report.
It's all about politics.
Okay.
It's all about politics. I think the politics have not. The politics are what they are. They're not. I'm not going to say they're any worse. They were still politics back then too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What you don't want to do is paint a picture of an area that's crime ridden. Who wants to move there? Property value goes down.
Exactly.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. So the bottom line is that you have people that are, look, things are different, times are different. We are seeing more because the technology is a lot faster. We remember me, LB, B. I'm not going to say JoJo because I'm not going to do that to her. We remember when there was no internet.
Wow.
Oh yeah. and guess what?
Me too, nigga.
I was a little slow, and my muscles were a little weak when I was younger. I was slower than my cousins. But once I got about 11 or 12 and I started working out, I was good.
Right.
If it was dark and cars pulled up and I was in the middle of nowhere, I was out of there. It was you weren't lynching me without me being at least 1,000 feet away from where you were.
We were the generation of stranger danger.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
As soon as you see somebody pull up, man, look, we running.
I'm
man.
out.
I'm gone, man. Ain't nobody say what you want. I'm here.
I'm gone.
I'm here. What you gonna do? No, we running, man. Look, man. You call me a coward all you want. I'm a live coward.
Right.
You're alive today. You're alive today. Being a coward.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. Being a punk ass, you survived.
Yeah, I ain't no punk, but really.
I ain't no punk.
I ain't no punk, but I'm breathing.
Right.
But that's the difference in the generations, and then that's the difference in, like what Barry was saying is so true, because when they did that NBC piece on Popcorn World, right? And they posted it on Facebook first. And when they posted it on Facebook, I literally had about 200 people comment. Now that piece was about popcorn, and it's like this whole, happy-go-lucky piece. And in the comments, at least 200 people talking about make sure you wear a bulletproof vest.
Exactly.
Wow. In Gary, Indiana?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's the reason why I'm saying that's
from what, stray popcorn popping at their chest? What?
But this, I don't know if
it's a Colonel.
I don't know if Latrell is still in the chat.
Nah, he got pissed off, man.
Anybody that has been to the popcorn shop, like I have people, and I'm talking from all colors, all cultures, come into the shop and don't even realize they're in Gary.
Mm-hmm.
They come in the shop and they're like, "Where are we?" You're in Gary, Indiana. Huh? Really? This doesn't seem like Gary.
I'll be John Brown.
Yep, I'll be John Brown.
But that's the thing is, if you that whole media thing is just it's a nightmare.
The trail here.
That's what it is.
The bell here.
The trail here.
You gotta the fear mongering. That's what it is.
Because that brings people back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's their milkshake.
Like careless.
Fear, yeah. Fear is their
fear is their
milkshake.
We was raised, and I've been watching this series on Hulu, Gangsta in Harlem. I don't know if y'all. I actually like.
What is that? What was that?
That's on Hulu.
No. What was that noise that LaShawn?
Oh, he was just saying Hulu.
I said Hulu, yeah. And
Hulu.
That's a pretty good show. And I remember, man, I'm a fan of watching like Boys in the Hood and stuff like that. And and it just brings back a lot of memories and stuff. And I just look at that we didn't have the technology in the past. Anytime we had to learn something, we had to go to the library. Like I used to catch a bus to the city library just to study. Right? I mean, I had to do research papers. So what did I do? After I did my chores on the Saturday, sometimes I had to go to the library, or if I had to, when I got out of school, sometimes I had to hang out in the library in the school.
That's the reason why Google. That's the reason why we actually
the encyclopedia.
know how to use Google.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
also that gave you that street smarts because you had to deal with different people on the way to and from those places that you're hanging out.
Yeah, but that's the reason why we know how to use Google. Like our children don't know how to Google. Like they don't know what to ask Google to get the information that they want.
Well, LB, we were doing encyclopedias if your parents had enough money. You know what I mean? You have the encyclopedia.
Right. Britannica. I had encyclopedia.
You know what I mean?
I still got a set.
You don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I've seen encyclopedia.
That's a treasure. The World Book Encyclopedia is still inside the living room. That's a treasure. That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, well, because your parents probably paid a lot of money for it and don't want to throw it out.
Yeah, because those encyclopedias, like if
they were more than a mortgage.
Yeah, that was like $300-400.
And the funny thing is, right? The encyclopedia is like everything you wanted. It was
that was your Google. That was your computer.
Yeah. That was it. You wanted, you were looking for something, open encyclopedia, and it's there.
It was right there in it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that the library taught me is that when you went to the library, you was on your own, right? You had to go and find out the book. You had to get the card, and you had to look for the book. You get the book. You have to read the book. If you check the book out, you only had so much time to bring that book back. So that means that you had to read the book. You had to study the book because you only had a certain amount of time to bring the book back. So that's one of the things that I like. And look, when I was in college, I just, yes, I utilized the internet. Yes, I utilized Google. Yes, I utilized YouTube to get me, to help me through college. But man, back in school, I used to live in the library because we had to so much. Listen, the teachers was not that nice to us, man. We had to really get the work done. They say, hey, listen, you gonna fail my class if you don't do the research. And that was their thing. Like they was like, hey, listen,
you were paying for college, sir. There's no more holding your hands when you get to college. You pay.
No, I'm talking about even in high school. You had, even in high school when I was a senior.
Louisiana, you was in the booth. They probably didn't want. They want your black ass out of there.
I mean, look, and the thing about it, I mean, I went to I don't know where y'all were. When I was in school, we didn't have no AC and nothing. We had the windows down.
No, we had AC.
God damn, easy. You made it seem like you went back to school in the 40s.
I went to Nichols, man, and we didn't have no AC. Man, and
bro, that school was terrible.
Man. That was oh my god.
Where was that at? What ward?
St. Claude Avenue, sir, in New Orleans.
What ward, sir?
That's a night ward, bro.
Okay, I gotta ask my wife because I know you probably talking some bullshit, so I'll have to ask her.
We had no AC, bro. And then for lunch, we had to cross the street. We had to go get our hot sauce sandwich with jungle juice, and we eat that and go back to class, man.
I wonder why you was hot. All that grease and sugar.
Look, I grew up in suburbia.
That's right, Ox. 100%.
Yeah, same here. Well, I grew up in the country, actually.
Yeah, no AC, man.
I grew up in suburbia.
I was in school in New York. We didn't need no damn AC. It never got hot by the time we got out of school.
Yeah, There's a lot of people in the comments that say we had no ACD. We had no AC, man. It was hot, man. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it was hot. Yeah, it was definitely hot when my grandmother used to tell me, hey, listen, do your work, stay in school. It's hot, so what? You ain't special.
Again, here in the Chicagoland area, we had perfected walking backwards to school because it wasn't no snow day.
Oh, you talking about the wind blowing and shit?
Well, we had to walk backwards to the wind.
Mm-hmm. We had to walk backwards. Yeah.
I ain't from NYC, sir.
And 100. Look, we went to school in 100% blizzards.
Damn.
You took turns, right? It'd be a group of 4 or 5 of you. Like 4 of us would walk backwards while one person would look out for cars, and then we have to rotate. That's the way
y'all had a system.
Hey, look.
Yeah, when we talk about ourselves, a lot of people say, students they cancel school for everything. Man, they never cancel school for us. We stayed at school. It don't matter if it's hot. It could be raining. It could be snowing. It don't matter, man. You going to school? They ain't never cancel a school, man.
When we got a snow day, we didn't know how to act.
Yeah, same here, man. The only way they would cancel school is if they made a mistake in the forecast. They think it's going to be 6 and it ends up being 12. Then
my name is Scoop, and I lived in a place that had 40% grade hills. We got snow days, bro.
You're lucky.
Hey,
we didn't get them.
Look. We didn't get snow days.
No, I ain't gonna snow days.
All I want you to do, LB, and anytime everybody talks about Seattle, go look up First Hill in Seattle. That is a 4-mile long hill with 15 to 20% grades at points. I don't care what kind of car you drive, you're not stopping or going up and down that.
Look here, Scoop. I understand that, but
that's when people made fun of us.
Look, I'm talking about 10 degrees with a 20 below wind chill factor. We were still going to school.
Hurricane.
And don't y'all get like effect snows out there?
Tropical storms.
Look, we get to school and can't feel our fingertips for the first hour of class. So what?
So what? It was different, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I was in middle school and we had cloakrooms. So I mean,
what?
What?
Coat rooms.
Cloak.
Sound like you said, hey, we had that special grade of Coke.
We had
that.
I'm like, y'all just go to a room. All right, guys, let's go back to class.
There was Superfly 101.
We had cloakroom, and I've had the paddle.
Hey.
That's all you had to say.
I had the paddle a couple of times. You
had to
all right,
say, nigga.
But man, the motherfucker used to have these special paddles. They used to put holes in them, man, and they would hit your ass so hard.
Oh yeah.
All you had to do it.
So I think I've told the story before. I told it when I moved to Texas. My dad actually showed up at the school unannounced because the nicest kid on the planet. And my dad had to change the way I was acting. I would talk to everybody. I loved if you were a janitor at our school, you were my best friend. Like I would talk to everybody. I was like, how was your day? All that stuff. I was one of those kids. My dad, as soon as he enrolled me in school, and it was the only school that did that, he would get like 2 or 3 a piece of mail a day. Yeah, we really would hope you consider or reconsider allowing us to put hands on your son. They didn't say it that way, but we want to discipline him. So he showed up. And he's like, if I get one more piece of mail like this, we're gonna have problems. And my dad, like, I get angry. It doesn't compare to my dad. Like I've always been. He's always raised me to kind of pull back my anger. My dad never played games. It was like what he went through, and then to be a success. It's like, no, you ain't messing with my kid. I don't care what era you think this is.
I remember.
Easy. Wait a minute, Eric. How old are you?
Hey man,
just give me the age.
Oh, he's Easy. Acts older. Easy's kind of young.
How old are you, man?
I bet you he's younger than me.
Yeah, he probably.
Oh, he is. He is. No. Wait a second. Hold on.
No, I'm asking that for a reason, Eric. I'm only asking that for a reason because I'm trying to figure out the time when you went to school.
No, he's a year younger than you. I want to say.
Oh,
I think.
I am older than LB. That's Urban Fire. He been following me for so long. He know my age.
All right, so wait a minute, man. I'm with you. I'm right there with you, Uno. And for me, man, I'm like, my old man was like, ain't nobody putting their hands on my kids.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I went to school.
You would
they didn't even try to put their hands on us.
They was not allowed.
That was not allowed, sir.
Yeah, I got paddled when I was in school, sir.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, but see,
I got hit once.
But see, here's the
I
difference.
call
One
my
time.
Hadouken when I got home.
Sean, you grew up in New York, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the difference.
I'm in Louisiana.
Below the Macy Dixon line.
They beating ass?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, beating ass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was Texas, right? So
they used to beat ass, man.
but yeah, my dad said you will not touch him unless you want to get touched.
Your ass back then.
Yeah, they would beat your ass back then, man. Yeah, man.
Ain't nobody
scared
of hot water.
Hot water? I already told
They
you.
didn't ask me.
He
asked Eric how old he was. He didn't ask me.
Yeah.
So ain't no y'all scared.
Ain't nobody scared hot water. You know me.
We good.
You know you right up the street.
Hey, understand the truth.
But listen, man, we having a great discussion, and I know we over time, and man, I love this discussion because I mean, if we could talk about tech all day, but you know, lifestyles and where we were back then and where life is right now is totally different. You know,
absolutely.
So it's a great discussion. I know a lot of people in the comments said this is the discussion that I want to hear. Whenever I see people in the comments, so shout out to y'all guys that listen to this conversation. But we gonna get out of here, man. Who's streaming tomorrow? We got
Ike, Juan, and TK.
And Juan and TK be tomorrow. And then Friday, you clean or dirty?
We clean.
Okay.
LaShawnee Sean.
And we back to articles. So be ready.
Okay. And articles.
Yeah,
Saturday, y'all. We got a couple of podcasts from people Saturday. So.
Oh yeah, Kimmy be going live.
Members.
Okay.
Members only 9 p.m.
All right, there it is. 9 p.m. Make sure y'all a member of her channel, so y'all can check out the live stream this Saturday. Sunday we got wine.
Sunday we got El Jefe.
And we also have
Nomad before Jefe though. I think Latrell goes after them.
Latrell do his thing, and you know. And then on Mondays we have wine in the morning, and we got who else had that night?
Where?
Who Tech for your needs, right? No more. No. Okay. So no. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck going on with Lulu.
Yeah, he said. I think he said it's internet. I don't know what's going on with Lulu right now.
You like that, Hawks? You like that, Hawks?
Oh wow! Okay,
Wow,
Pepper, you me live.
Look,
I see you, Pepper.
All right.
See you, Pepper.
So
okay. Michael Pepper
Michael Pepper will be live 8 p.m. on
8
Monday.
p.m.
Okay. So check him out. And Tuesday, Gigi got her thing going on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, where was Gigi tonight? Where's she at?
She come every other.
This is her break. This is her break.
She ran the live stream for me last week when I was on my anniversary. So shout out to y'all guys. Listen, I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry that I didn't thank y'all for taking care of business last week. Thank y'all guys very much. It was my anniversary, and it always fall on a Wednesday every other year. So thank y'all guys very much for holding it down. And my wife said this, and I say this: Wednesday streams is bigger than me. That's why I hold it every Wednesday. And so I know people really anticipate on Wednesdays, and I've been doing it for years, and I will continue to do it. And I really appreciate y'all for holding it down for me.
All good.
You know, and I had one earpiece in listening to the stream as I was at dinner with my
We
wife.
figured that.
Yeah, we know. We know.
We knew you was listening.
I was listening. And listen, man, let me tell you, man, shout out to my wife, man, because she really have to compromise on me. Because you think about it, I mean, birthdays, anniversaries, and stuff like that. I don't cancel none of this stuff, man. I do this stuff regardless of whatever event that I have, and I don't think it. I just think that it's important to me, and so shout out to the Oracle that really compromised on my passion, because she, you know, any other woman be like, I mean, come on now, I mean, you in the studio all night and you do live streams every week, and then our anniversary, you still got the live stream, you know. So I mean, it's very difficult for a woman to be locked in on my passion.
If you could just, you know, to help her out even more, if you can make Gigi administrator, because like LaShawn
I didn't know that. I didn't know I could do that.
LaShawn, I'm administrator on her. That way you don't have to. You can just be completely with.
Yeah, I have Barry set up so he can put up shit, bring people in, bring people out. Yeah.
And my fault. So I'm
because I couldn't be there on Wednesday because I was with the wife. I was like,
yeah. And so shout out to JoJo, y'all. Thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
Wait, was I here last Wednesday?
No, you were doing your Valentine's Day stuff.
You were. You were.
Because you talked.
Yeah, you did come in. That's right.
You commented on how we were all wearing red, and you know how you did Valentine's Day and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And basically called me out saying that I already know, because it's been how years, don't mean nothing to me.
So I mean, listen, man. I mean, I appreciate that, man. And I listen.
Not happening, or find it yourself.
I tell y'all this all the time. You know, I work 7 days a week. I'm in the studio every day working, and it's not just YouTube, but it's other things that I do in the studio. But I do film a lot, and I do a lot of things for the channel, do social media, do other businesses that I do. So I'm working hard for my community, working hard for my people, working hard for all my fans and stuff like that. So, you know, it's something that I do. It's just something that I do, and I'm in it. You know, I'm all in 100%. So, shout out to everybody that follow me. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all guys. And y'all guys, it you know, brings fun to me. And you know, Wednesdays is my day that I relax. That's why I get so messed up on Wednesdays, man. And you know, so. But I really appreciate everybody that's coming through. And I really appreciate everything that we do. We're going to get out of here.
All right.
And thank y'all guys very much. I got an exit button. I ain't going to say, I was waiting on Gigi to say F Mims last week, but she didn't do it.
So I guess you're going to do it.
Yeah, of course I got to say fuck Mims. So,
hey, yeah, of course.
Maybach music.
That's my boy though, man. I watched this video today, man. Every Mims doing
nice.
It was dope. Working, doing all kinds of shit, man. All right, Mims, doing your